here today with the JT Wise duo. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
If you are just tuning in for the very first time, this is a show where we have musicians from the Pacific Northwest play live music for you. We started because I don't know if you've heard, we were in this global pandemic, still in it. And a lot of musicians were not able to perform live as they usually do. And a lot of us were missing music in our homes or well, we weren't getting it in our homes. We were missing going out to see music. So we decided to bring it to you. If you like what you see, you can throw a tip. We're going to have their PayPal down in the bottom over there. And, or even better yet, you can buy an album. Where could we get an album of yours?
Well, we sell CDs at our shows, and you can find our show information at jtwiseband.com. And then we are on all the streaming services now. We have a couple our newer songs on there. During the pandemic, we were able to start that up. So, and we're in the midst of recording another CD, so we'll be putting more songs on the streaming services. But it's
Awesome.
under JT Wise Band. That's kind of how we started out. But during the pandemic, we've been doing a lot more duo work.
Yeah. Cool. That's perfect. And we will also pay them. Don't fret, viewers. But if you want to also, go for it. And this is actually our last show because things are kind of opening up. Not totally and not everything, but we decided it was time to call it a day on the series. So I'm really excited to have the JT Wise duo here. They are JT and Margaret Wise, and they're from Portland. And they're husband and wife songwriters who find subject matter in simple everyday experiences that come from a life together. So if you guys want to play a song,
Thanks.
we'd love to hear it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, Lizzie. Yeah.
Still on?
Oh, thank you. So, and I'm muted. Am I muted?
No, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
No. Okay, cool. I'm like, I muted myself and now. Thank you guys so much. That's awesome. So yeah, usually I just ask a couple questions, and I'm gonna start with, what are you guys working on right now?
We've got several songs we're working on in our little home studio down in the basement. And Margaret generally writes the lyrics. I don't really have a lot to say. And when I do, I'm slow as a slug in a trance. But
With writing the lyrics. But he writes amazing guitar parts.
I come up with the music, Margaret writes the lyric, and then we take them downstairs and try to put them all together. Yeah. But we're working on, we've got 4 or 5 songs in the can, and we're working on about 4 or 5 more. So we should have about 10-song CD coming out here within.
Yeah, the song we just did is on all the streaming services. There's probably like 50 it's on.
Wow.
And the other songs we're doing, some of them are newer, so we're working on recording them.
How long have you guys been playing music together?
Well, off and on, a long time.
Yeah, we.
How long?
I met Tim. He was in a band at the White Eagle, actually, many years ago. Anyway, we ended up married, and I ended up playing with him, and we had a band.
She initially wanted to play the guitar, but I said, well, we already got a guitar player, so why don't you switch over to bass? So
he just didn't want me to play his guitar. So.
I play a bit with my husband sometimes.
Yeah, we off and on for a long time now. So.
But how many years is a long time?
Well, we started playing together in the late 80s.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a pretty long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and off and on, we took some time off to raise a daughter, and then we got back together, started playing out again, late 90s.
Yeah.
Several bands. This band's been together, JT Wise band's been together for since 2013. We've got 2 other guys that we play with, and electric, 2 guitars, bass, and drums.
Yeah.
In addition to the duo. So.
Yeah. So before the pandemic, we played like we had regular gigs at McMinimum's and Maryhill Winery and various places around town. We were very busy, and then during the pandemic, we played a lot as a duo. We had already played as a duo, but we. Been doing live streams on the Muddy Rudder Down Home Facebook group. We have one tomorrow night at 8.
Oh, cool.
It's an hour show. That's every 3rd Friday. And we have a big show coming up June 25th that we're selling tickets for with Mary Flower, who's a great finger picking guitar player in Portland. She's world renowned, and it's going to be at Alchemy Shed. In Southeast Portland, which is a venue that kind of came about being because of the pandemic. So
it's going to be out like live.
Yeah, we'll be in person June 25th.
Wow, that's exciting.
In front of people.
Yeah, we've had actually we've played out in various places and sometimes outside, which it can get cold and your guitar out of tune.
Yeah.
So during the pandemic, but yes, it's 25. We have other gigs too, like I mentioned on jtwiseband.com.
Cool, yeah, everybody should go check that out.
Yeah. So.
Well, I'm impressed. My husband and I are in it's his band, and I play in the band sometimes. And we had a baby like a year and a half ago, and I'm like, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to do this too, but maybe in like a few years when she's a little older, I can get back into it.
Yeah,
it gives me hope.
It's kind of hard to keep it all up,
Yeah,
but you're
with a little kid.
Priorities.
Yeah.
So adorable.
Yeah.
I've seen her on other videos. She's so
she's very cute. but she's like probably hard to take to a bar, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Could be an issue, yeah.
yeah. So I guess, you know, now that things are opening up a little bit and people are getting vaccinated, what are you guys most looking forward to this next stage of the pandemic?
Well, getting the band back together for one.
Yeah.
You know, and starting it up again.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
see
we
how it
play
goes.
with Ken Woodside, who's a drummer, and another guitar player.
James Stein, old buddy of mine.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah, we've played with him over quite a bit over the years,
Yeah.
and so we Tim plays electric guitar in our quartet. So yeah.
Stretch out a little. We like a lot of the jam bands. So you know, we'll take a theme and stretch it out.
Yeah, so at our like full shows, we do a mix of our originals, and then we like to jam. You know, we usually try to do a couple Grateful Dead songs or other songs that we can stretch out on in a jam style. So.
That's cool. Is there anything that from this time, this pandemic kind of lockdown year, that you will hold on to, do you think, that was good?
Well, I actually thought it in general was good for people to kind of slow down. I mean, that, you know, there's a lot of downsides economically and stuff for folks, but I think the general slowing down, I've noticed it in my neighborhood with families spending more time together, and we've spent a lot of time together as a family, and my dog's happy.
Yeah,
So.
Good for little kids and good for dogs, good for families. Yeah. Well, that's great. Why don't you guys play some more music?
Okay.
All right. Well, this
Thank
song is called Runaway Train, and it was inspired kind of by all the stuff that went on last year. There were so many things. So, Runaway Train.
Runaway Train.
Awesome. Going up the hill to see what I can. Every day I go back down, come down again. On my way train, chasing life's dreams and cowboys. There is a wonder of all of this. Rich man ain't nothing but a poor man with money. Rich man ain't nothing but a poor man with money. All a lighthouse and a lost one keeper. I thought lay down my head, living at the top. Good fortune presents. Every day I go back down, come down again. Rich man ain't nothing but a poor man with money. Rich man ain't nothing but a poor man with money. Going down, going down, going down on the runaway train. Going down, going down. I'm a runaway train. Anyway, that was Runaway Train,
Runaway.
another one of our original songs. The next one is called Rebel Children, and we have a recording on our website of this, and with Uncle Mike playing with us. Yeah.
Dobro.
Dobro, yeah. And it was inspired by a biking trip up to the San Juans. There was an old schoolhouse, and there was a sign on there telling children to put all their worries in a box. So
Sun's beating on that. Worries in the box. Yeah. Stanley, Port Stanley.
Port Stanley, yeah.
Schoolhouse.
Yeah, it's it's not an active schoolhouse. It's just like a one-room school that they made into like a little museum. So, right on the bay. It's kind of nice, yeah. Orcas Island.
That was on Lopez, excuse me.
Was it Lopez?
Lopez, yes.
Oh, because that's where we went biking.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Lopez.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
2, 3, 4.
Lost in misfortune, feeling warm. Where they put anybody old schoolhouse. Nothing but questions. The overgrows. All them IOUs and mayhem blues. Rebel children, but we won't let you be. Take your sorrow home. Say so. Gone are the memories and the mysteries. And looking up my worries spotlight. Well, after here, forth and after. All them IOUs and mayhem blues. Rebel children, worry won't let you be. Take your sorrow home. Sing so. Save your soul if you can. On this cruel rebel children. Save your soul if you can. On this cruel rebel children. Save your soul if you can. On this cruel rebel children. Rebel Children.
Rebel Children.
Yeah. Well, we've got one more song for you, and I want to thank the Oregonian for having us.
Absolutely. What a cool deal.
This is our latest song. It's Black Valley Railroad Line, and during the Prohibition, this was a mythical train where people could go and have a good time. So, sort of inspired by that, loosely based on that.
So they could drink on the train?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But I don't think it was a real train. I think it was just, something that people talked about.
You made it up?
No, if you Google the Black Valley Railroad train, there's all the stories about it. Cause it's time to go. Everybody be ready for the travel show. Right to my lanterns, near the crystal river, soon as all you people, it's time to go and find breath for the travel show. Some ride for the boat, some ride for the snow. Ride on my brothers and sisters until we say goodbye to the Black Valley Railroad. Not an angry woman, and I reckon she'll be fine. For Nelly's got it dancing smiles herself this time. Different church and bells, good valley sounds. Whiskey at the station for slave, my God is short. Love you better cause you never know where you will go. Every little time she stopped to make this thing. Right on my brothers and sisters till we say goodbye to the Black Valley Railroad. She said she be fine until the next time. Then we'll be dancing like an angel, right on my brothers and sisters, until we say goodbye to the black veil. Right on my brothers and sisters, until we say goodbye to the blackberry rail. Right on my brothers and sisters, until we say goodbye to the blackberry rail.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
Hope you liked it.
Yeah, that was lovely. Thank you so much. That was really great. What a
Thank you.
great way to end our series of the Oregonian live music show. Thank you all who tuned in, and thank all the musicians. We really had a great time. I really appreciate it. And if you missed any shows, you can find them on OregonLive.com. I have many posts that have many links to them, and tomorrow we'll have a link to this show. So again, thank you so much, and good luck to everyone out there. Stay safe, please. Thank you.
Yeah.